People, it is the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Wanna see some Christmas at all these things? Yeah, of course you know I am fitted by Stylish Boutique JA. I'm gonna step back so you can see me from head to toe. Because I don't know how the things go. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm spin and then I go out with myself. Stylish Boutique JA, always find it. Accept them. Really nice and proper. Remember, we do this every Sunday night. It's Xpressionz JA's YouTube Sunday night live. And you know we have our special guest tonight. So guess what? Run and share the live, as we always do and as we always ask. As you enter the chat, click on the like button. Alright? So I'm going to do just what you're doing and I'm going to share. Big up to my moderators this evening. We have Dimples in the house. We have Unbuttoned Eruption. And we also have Curls in the building. Yeah, she's both in the chat and right here. So I don't know all the tingle jingle. People, please, don't want to watch the forward. Alright, so don't want to watch the thing. There's a lot of development that's happening. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, it's New Year 2024 with a whole heap of nice things. Alright, so make a run for share. So when I run, come share with me too. Alright? A nice doll. Oh wow, my producer says it's nice. Background and everything nice and cute, don't it? That's what's up. So as I said, I am going to share my live. Please do also share my live. TikTok viewers, good night, good night, good night. I'm going to never see my entrance, but hey, I'm going to soon get to see the full outfit tonight. Let me see what's happening over on YouTube. Because I'm going to share my live. Just as always, share up the live. If you say aha, it's producers and directors and all of these things that's jumping in. Good night ones and ones on my TikTok and on YouTube. It is the season. Merry Christmas when it comes, everybody. Well, I can't find YouTube on my phone. Aha, here we go. TikTok, what's happening? Mr. Producer, sir, you can. Oh, check. She's come. You're not catch. She just stretching the arm. Don't worry, people. You'll all get to see her one day. And of course, you know, the sorrel juice. It can't be a Christmas without sorrel, don't it? I need to see what's going on in the chat because I don't know what's going on in the chat, producer. Yeah, man, share up the live. I'm gonna share, alright? So I'm jumping on my share or on my, and I'm jumping into share. Oh, no. Alright, so producer say we must post a song in the meantime. I don't know who tell her so we can sing, but you know. I don't want a lot for Christmas. I want a new phone. I want a laptop. I want a Samsung 22 or 23. Yeah, 23 too, but you know, 22 is fine. All of these things, but 23 is better. What else do I need? Yeah. I'm still sharing Thank you guys for the taps. Thank you so much. Where is Dimples? I'm not seeing Dimples. Where's my moderator, Dimples? Oh man, Dimples is out on the town. As everybody should, because you know it's Grand Market night tonight, and everybody's out and about. But people, you know, even though you're out, still be careful on the road. Please be safe and be careful. Alright, so just share and share and share. People, please remember when you're entering the chat, click on the like button. The chat look festive. What's going on? Girls, I'm not seeing Dimples. What did Pebbles say? Good night, Bubbles. Merry Christmas. Good night, Pebbles. Mwah. Princess Newell, good night too. I take a sip of my sorry, come on, see if it tastes good.
They must say, okay, Chin, good night. Yes.
At Raymead. Who is this? Raymed? Remedy. Merry Christmas, bartender family. Merry Christmas to you too. Guys, let me just say, from the Xpressionz JA YouTube family to your family, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year next week. You know, it would be nice to see a few of you. Hi, Danny. Dimples is on TikTok. Dimples, why are you not on YouTube? Come explain, because you have only for devices. As I was saying, guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Next week Sunday we're gonna be here. So come on in and join us and let's ring in the new year together. It's gonna be a pleasure, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a whole lot of excitement that's gonna be happening next week. So make sure, I mean, it's not no casual dressing. Make sure to dress up in a nice long dress, you know, all of the niceness things. Yeah, we go live at 8 o'clock, right from Incognito Vacation Stay. And let's just bring in the new year together. It's a new development, it's a new year. I know a lot of persons are now making their plans and their actions of what they're going to do for 2024. Let me just say, welcome to 144K subscribers. Welcome to our fabulous channel where, you know, we interview every and anybody. Your favorite artist, your entrepreneur, your actor, your actress. We go all out to please our subscribers and viewers. That's what's up in the building, yeah. Where are we? It's right here. We are at Incognito Vacation Stay. That's right off Hagley Park Road, 8 Coniston Drive. This is where we are every Sunday live at 8. So come on down and join us. Top security. From you reach the gate until you enter the property, it's top security. I mean, a lot is going on for the establishment. You know, new developments come by January, or possibly, yes, by January. We will be having our swimming pool. Okay, so on TikTok, one alert says, well, Shepherd, we need a reading. I will definitely tell Shepherd Alert that you need a reading. Don't worry. To tell you how your Christmas is going to go. Don't say it. True, right there. So guys, top security right here at Incognito Vacation Stay. You don't need to worry. From you enter the property, you're good to go. Alright, so no stress, no worries. Again, I will say my clothing is from Incognito. It's from Stylish Boutique JA. That's my sponsor, my clothing sponsor. They also do male clothing. So if you're on the road, guys, and you know you have a party to go to, remember 5A Clock Tower Plaza. She's open. Grand Market nights. Everything must go. Remember, you know, Christmas is tomorrow. Boxing Day, and let me tell you something, a lot is happening over the Christmas and Boxing Day to New Year's. A lot of top parties that's happening. Please, people, as I say again, once you're on the road, please do be safe. Look everywhere through the corner of the eyes and all of these things. Okay? Katie and Felix, blessings and big up yourself. John Thomas, I love all your video, and most of the time I'm up at 5 or 3 in the morning watching your videos. Wow, bless up, enough love. Currently, why is Pebbles cussing me? Pebbles, my baby, good night, because I don't know why you're cussing, because your name has been called from a start. So let me go again to all my viewers and subscribers. Pebbles, big up yourself. You think it's a special big up though, Pebbles? I don't know why you love come on and cuss me on a Sunday night, but big up yourself, Pebbles. Blessings, loyal follower. Trust me, she can tell you every and anything about every scene. Princess in the building. Big up yourself, Princess. I gotta take a sip of my sorrel. Alright, so for those who are asking about our social media handles, just to go and catch up on what is happening on the page or on YouTube, it is Instagram, you have official _ the bartender, and Xpressionz JA _ productions, that's with an S. Okay? Crystal Punch, hello. Good night, Jizzy Davis. You're checking in. Enough love and blessings. People, tell me what you're doing for Christmas Eve, because I'm right here sitting. I need somewhere to go tonight. Someone dress up like elf tonight. I need somewhere to go to show up my nice outfit. People say too much. Now the New Year's, I can't bother. We're moving on to persons talking about how to become a member. Now, people, it's quite easy to become a member. All you need to do is click on any one of the videos that you're watching and click on the description. When you click on the description, then you'll see the instructions. And all you need to do is follow the instructions in the description. Now, if you're living in Jamaica, you will need a VPN. That VPN will allow you to get access to join to become a member. If you're overseas, you don't need a VPN. All you need to do is click on that join button. Okay? So again, all you need to do is go into the description. Alright? And the description will give you every information that you need. Alright? Shekina Lambert, big up yourself, thank you too. Merry Christmas to you too. Good night, Georgette Mays. Good night, loads of love and blessings to you. Pebbles, yes, what are you saying? So Pebbles, you're saying, all right, my baby, you're on my New Year's list. Can't leave you in 2020. No, because if you leave me, remember, what heap of beating you're going to get. My plant is distracted. Hold on, people.
It's in front of
Here you go. Well, I need something to keep my phone, to place my phone. Please and thank you. What the director just said, no, that's not looking cute right in front of me. So, I know you're seeing me much better now, so no complaints right there. Alright? Let me just shout out to all the persons who are having birthdays and anniversaries. Happy birthday. And for persons whose birthday has passed, happy belated birthday. Loads of love and blessings coming from the Xpressionz JA YouTube family. And for those of you who are having anniversaries, mwah, continue to do the good job that you're doing. understanding communication, and a lot of positive vibe and energy throughout your relationship. Marriage don't mean that, okay, I can tell him what to do or she can tell me what to do. Marriage is a bond. Marriage is a partnership. I don't believe that because you have the ring, no. It don't mean that it's a different page. It's just the same relationship we had. It just means that our bond has gotten a little tighter. Now I have your name. It going to drop you too, right? That's why I don't use it. So Anthony Downer, he says, hey Bubbles, big up, keep up the good work. You're my favorite character, from Anthony. Anthony, big up and blessings. Thank you. Merry Christmas when it comes. John Thomas says, thank you, John. Like, we are all not hungry on here. John says, right now, Medea eat out my mother Christmas food with lasagna, baked chicken, and curried goat with the cake. So, yeah, man, my Christmas festive. It is really festive because guess what? Them say mommy's cooking is what? The greatest. Yep, it is. So now we're moving to our segments, which is SMH, social media happenings. But before we get to our social media happenings, you know we have to talk about the parties that's happening. Good, thank you. So next week is Christmas Eve. It's New Year's Eve. Today is Christmas Eve, right? Next week is New Year's Eve. Let's see if we can do something big and everybody just come on down. Right up incognito vacation stay. Let's have a big celebration and ring in the new year together. Alright? Now next week Saturday is strictly 2K. I believe I will be there, so you know how that goes. I am going to enjoy myself a little bit. You also have, I think it's Milk and Honey, that's on the 30th of December, one of the top parties for the year, and the other top parties for the year. Please people, remember December 26th is going to be the event of all events, Dancehall Road March and Sting. Now, if you have not yet gotten your costumes, people, I don't think it's too late to jump on Dancehall Queen Colleen's page and get all the information you need. I will be there because we can represent for soca. Let us represent for dancehall. Alright? So look out for me. I'll be there on the road march and going on with myself. So that's December 26th, Dancehall Road March. And then, you know, in the night, it's a more festive event where it's Sting. Look here. I'm just waiting to hear if they're going clash or not. Big up to my auntie Suspense. Big up to Dancehall Queen. No. Big up to Queen Nikki. Dancehall Queen Nikisha was the dancer. Queen Nikki is the artist. Big up to all the other artists who are on Sting for this year. Let's make it a festive one. Let's make it a interactive one. Let's make it a violent-free one. Yeah? Jam World Park. Next week, Tuesday. Sting in effect. There we go. Now, what's happening in social media? Alright? We're jumping into that. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot that's happening on social media. Let's jump to the first one, which is excitement. DeMarco making moves internationally with Broke It Off. Since he exploded onto the dancehall scene in 2008 with the thought-provoking Fallen Soldiers, dancehall artist DeMarco has continued to make a name for himself in the music circles. Listen, he has more than created a name. DeMarco, for me, is a artist that he's in a separate class by himself. Like, this man has lyrics to spit for any and everybody. Don't play with him. Don't play with him. The clash with him and Fully Bad. Yeah. And then Shano and then Renee 630. Yeah. People get rubbed out bad. Rubbed right out. In bad. Fame 1028. Big up yourself. You're on Sting also. Anthony, you need to send me a message. So we're on the scene with Damaka, and like I'm loving his growth in the business of music. I mean, he is just phenomenal. He's one of the artists that his songs I will listen to. It has fire, it has venom, it has, yeah. And him sing everything. Him sing for the bad man, the woman, them, the dancing, he goes all out. So, Damaka, big up yourself into business of music. Banks to make it easier to conduct transactions during the holidays. Let me see the raise of hands how many persons has had it easier since they got their pay. YouTube and TikTok, tell me, when you go to an ATM, has it been easier? Yeah. Because I don't to understand the government, stating that they're making things easier. That's what they say. So it says to facilitate increased commercial activity at this time of the year, the Jamaica Bankers Association is advising of measures being taken by its members banks to make it easier to conduct transactions during this holiday season. Sir, you still did not explain to us how it's going to be easier. Because now we know when you get paid, you go to the bank, you can't get no money. DJ Diplomat in the building, big up yourself. Hi Daddy, how are you? My father is watching from all the way, miles away. Big up yourself, my pops. Hello, love you. Mwah. Yeah, so, we have always had this issue, like the government is trying to go plastic, paperless. I'm not sure if we have the resources for it, but let's see what our government is going to be up to when the time comes for us to fully change over. I personally don't see it working for this little small country, but hey, let's see if they can make a change. Because I know when we go to the machines, half of the machines, payday time, or you have issues. You drive up and down to about 3, 4, 5 machines before you can even get cash. So, let's see if things change for 2024. Yeah? Jamaica recorded over 300, wow. Jamaica recorded over 300 earthquakes in 11 months. More than 300 earthquakes recorded Jamaica, more than 300 earthquakes rocked Jamaica between January and November this year. No man, some of them earthquakes, they're aftershock. Wow. According to the earthquake unit at the University of the West Indies in Kingston, it recorded 327 local earthquakes from January to November 2023. with the biggest a magnitude of 5.6 quake being felt on October 30th. Wow. Now, I'm saying that some of these quakes, because 300 odd, which means this must be throughout the Caribbean. Because I only felt, how much we felt for the year? 3 or 4? And then we had some tremors after that. But of course, you know, we already have the necessary earthquake procedures where people are told to, you know, once you feel the shaking, table, under the table, run outside, stand between the door jamb, and other necessary precautions for earthquakes. So people, if you don't know, all you need to do, Google have every information. Jump on Google and you get all the information that is required. Again, I see here where it is saying that Jamaican bankers call for heightened vigilance during the holidays. People, please be safe with a plastic in your hand. So, Erica on my TikTok is saying, I did some research and it said we have earthquakes every day, but most of the time we don't feel it. New knowledge. Thank you, Erica. So, close monitoring of meat sellers in St. Catherine over holiday period. As residents in St. Catherine prepare to purchase meat for the Christmas season, the parish's public health department is assuring that it will be stepping up its efforts to monitor meat markets and shops over the busy period. Me know everybody get them ham, get them chicken, and all of these things already. Whose house am I coming to for dinner tomorrow? Who invited me to them house for dinner tomorrow? Let me ask. Let me see the show of hands. Pebbles, can I come for dinner tomorrow? Guys, remember we have the hot seat for the director. Throw over your Karen, I don't eat salmon. Jerk salmon. Look here. Alright, I need to try back salmon here. I tried salmon once and I got an allergic reaction to it. So I need to try a different kind of way and see how it goes. So Karen, can't reach New York now, but when we reach, we will just call you and say to you, say, Karen, just whop up a jerk salmon. Oh, that's all. You know, Karen very troubling. Karen said, I have pepper shrimp. I now cook all the other things. What you mean if I, okay, okay. Also, one alert, okay, I'm getting some nice updates on the whole earthquake thing. One alert says the mining of the soil is causing the plate movement in Jamaica. That's why we have so much earthquake. Okay. Hi, Crystal. The drama teacher is in the building. She's watching me on both. So you're watching me on YouTube and on TikTok? Yeah. Big up to all of the bartender peoples in the building. I don't see Hittis yet. That means he's not here yet. So, my bartender peeps, big up on yourself, a whole heap of love and blessings. Merry Christmas when it comes. I know we will be having a very festive season on New Year's Eve when it comes next week, because we'll be celebrating and celebrating big. No, I don't know. Please. So, remember people, if you have any questions, because I know a lot of persons have questions, but just maybe don't know how to ask. Remember to jump on and just type in your questions, because remember we have the hot seat for the director, and it can be about a scene, it can be about an actor, or just a regular day in his life. So shoot your questions, because we're gonna be going to that shortly. So for the 2DD, which would be the $2 donation, we are pushing it back to next year because we have not accumulated as much as we wanted to help diabetic patient. So we are pushing it back onto the next year. The date will be confirmed as soon as I have confirmed on some things. Okay? So no worries. We have not stopped it. We have just pushed back the date a little bit. Okay? Now, comments of the week. I know you all are waiting on this, and we have the hot seat for the director. Remember, I had asked you to just jump on and shoot out your questions. All right? So let me jump to the comments of the week, because this is very festive. Listen. So this comment is coming from Denise Edwards, 7845. Denise says, all right, Pebbles, no problems. Denise says, box cover, the Obia man a mean shepherd. Denise, remember say, the man not like nobody call him Obia man. Be careful, you know it's Christmas. Mind you can't talk, mind you dumb. Okay. Denise says, box cover, the Obia man a mean shepherd, and him 2 bikini, them 5 that can smell, Sunday dinner a mile away, and now 6 can hear everything near and far. Epic happy feet. Amazing. Glad them finally meet. This is coming from at Stacy _ and Thomas 1658. Stacy says, glad them finally meet. Don't call shepherd no Obia man. Laugh out loud. Sir, stop jump up and down. You're not afraid you catch stroke. Come little girl. Alright, so I'm not sure if I can do this one right here now, because producer, can I curse? I'm just asking, because one of the comments has a curse word. So I'm asking if I can bleep. Okay, so she says I must bleep. So this is coming from also Stacy _ and Thomas 1658. Me bleep. Destiny took me bleep out. You go on good for your old man. Laugh out loud. Whisper face change. Laugh out loud. How you take so long for answer? So I know you understand what the bleeps mean, right? Because my producer says no cursing on here. I drink up my sorry, they give me sorry for drink today. So this is coming from Vinny Lee W 6927. She says, me miss Patsy too. I wish you gone whisper, aka Mr. Water Commission, sir. Listen, that name stuck. It stuck. Alright, so as I've always said, the persons in the bartender no longer goes by their regular names. They go by their character names. So when I'm even on the street, a lot of persons don't know me as Shelly. A lot of persons says Bubbles. I mean, it's nice to be called your character name, but some of the times they go, you know, like I think it was yesterday I was on the road, and somebody saw me. I was coming out of a store, and the young lady said, Bubbles! I was like, yeah. So you know that the characters impact a lot on the fans, on the viewers and subscribers. Alright, so this comment is coming from Belle Official 8766. She says, we love that Whisper is a great father as he should be, but we don't need to see so much of him doing. We love that Whisper is a great father as he should, but we don't need to see so much of him doing his rightly duties. This whole episode was not properly thought through. Belle Official, you think so? What makes you think that it wasn't properly thought through? Why do you? Well, okay, so it's okay. My director says, and he will answer that question, because it's a question. Madam Producer, please just jot that down for me, please, because that's something that director would love to answer. The one that says, we love that Whisper is a great father, as he should be, as he should, but we don't need to see so much of his doing his rightly duties. This whole episode was not properly thought. Right, that comment. Alright, so we move into Marvlet Gale 4426. Marvlet says, hold on there. Wonder if Roxy is Mullins' daughter. Maybe, maybe not. But it sure looks that way from the conversation he and Audrey had the other day. To this call with Roxy, interesting to know. Cara, you're back. Good night. Thank you for being here. Pebbles, what you mean? Pebbles, you know you need to stop it. I am reading out the comments. How am I going to pay any attention now tonight when I'm reading out comments same time? Pebbles, you're Pebbles. Pebbles is we're going into a new year. Behave yourself. Look how you come on, nice. I'm gonna say to you, say Pebbles, good night. I'm gonna call your name. Behave yourself. Don't make me you have no trouble for 2024. Be a good girl tonight. So coming from Vanilli W6927 also, she's saying, I kind of want to feel sorry for Tiffany, but nah. Carol Costello is saying, the nerve of Tiffany, she seems to forget it all started with her kidnapping plot. And if you're following the show, you will understand where these comments are coming from, where Tiffany is concerned, because she, both herself and her mother, planned their kidnapping. So a lot of persons were disgruntled by it, but you know that some understand the strips of why they did what they did. Drama Yard says, time for them to put a stop to that cycle. This series opened my eyes to enough of life's realities. Must stop take people at face value. Drama Yard, thank you so much. Alright, so here comes, ooh. So coming from Junior Sutton. Junior says, what if the death threats coming from her so-called manager? The person using the person using the device to disguise their voice. Junior, you might have a point. Do you? Pebbles. Alright, so I must change my name now fully to Bubbles, right? Instead of, because Pebbles is saying that Bubbles fits me more than Shelly. How many people agree with Bubbles? Let me see some heart or some fire sign for sure. What do you think? Ja Woman says, that's the same person I have in mind. I think it's her manager. Story getting juicy. Joda. Listen, people, if I don't pronounce your name properly, don't kill me. Joda Lee Castle. Yeah, because she alone know her whereabouts. Interesting. Tasha Lee Carty says, would a surprise for no adapt due to our bartender unpredictable. Look here, una go like una know it too much, you know. Una behave like una know it too much. Stop it. At Marvelette Gale, she says the amount of fire where the inner whisper waistline will warm up any cold front. Listen to me, festive. Shantia Wizzy says, "Wui, Patsy and whisper him go on with a bag of things in at the cold front." Listen to me. Yes, whisper. This is coming from Black Prince 18 says, yes, whisper it cold outside, so warm up yourself with this warm front. Look here, you need to behave on yourself. Behave. At Magdalene Thomas says, whisper is the new 007 of bartender. Look here. 007. I don't for call him. I tell the director. Say 007 we are call him. So life is a blessing. Amen. Says, please, Professor, please don't bother tie up quick with the new drama of Whisper killing his sister boyfriend, linking it to being someone in quick family. Whew, wait, make her read that again. Right out of breath. Right there. Please, Professor, please don't bother tie up quick with the new drama of Whisper killing his sister boyfriend, linking it to being someone in quick family. I see where this is going, so don't bother with it. Laugh my ass off. No, we're not gonna know it too much. We're not gonna know it too much, but don't say a word. Margaret Gale again says, Whisper is the first woman that will run from you. Anyway, and because your mask up, but keep it on, because you don't want she for fall for you. Quick foot. Watch mix up. Quick foot would I must drop the link and mask up. You know, y'all give us some very exciting comments on here. Diva says, I think it's her manager too. Okay. A lot of persons are thinking that it is management because management alone know movements and stuff, but sometimes it's who we don't know. So it can be management, it can be doctor. Because remember, you know, we don't meet doctor yet, you know. So we don't know. You know, if doctor want take time, you know, scare her, so when Sheldon on a time for her, she can call him, say him with, let me not, go, yeah. So we're going into the questions for the director, Madam Producer, where is director's question? Where the other one? So, as I say every Sunday, this gentleman needs no introduction. He goes by the name Professor Orville Hall. I do invite him now to come and join me right at the hot seat for the director. Director, good night.
Greetings and salutations.
It's a pleasure to have you beside me, looking fab as usual.
Respect. Respect.
Sir, look nice in the blue lady.
How old are
remember, you can't send it to the one that I'm on TikTok on, so you have to send it over here. Excuse me? Okay, miss. Okay. I'm on it. Alright, so, wow, these are questions. Ooh. Questions. Director, you got questions to answer tonight. Wow. Okay, so let's start with the first one. What happened to the new gangster Kerry and her soldiers? But think Trinidad come back for quick. but we not see it. Oh, so that's the question. Okay, so the question is, what happened to the new gangster Kerry and her soldiers?
What happened to them? Well, what it looked like to me is Kerry's in defense mode. Kerry, she want the original family life, but I think she realized now it's almost like she has to fight for it because her relationship is under threat from her sister.
Okay.
And because she have the
Wait, my TikTok viewers are saying they're not seeing. I'm so sorry.
yeah, and because she's, you know, she lets the blood run through her as well, we're seeing that if you push a person too far, it is likely that they will become somebody else. You know, there's a meme going around now, a video meme that says, "Feel free to call me a monster, but also remember to tell people in which chapter you created me as a monster." You know, so no matter how calm, cool, and collected you are, people can actually draw you out. You know, so Kerry is just being defensive and protecting her family, and if it means getting rid of who she considered to be the threat, then that's what she will do.
Okay, so that question was coming from Andrea Osin. Look here, if I don't pronounce the name properly, forgive me. Here comes another question, Prof. Just Fluffy says, "Sir, are you the next Uncle Daddy in the show?" Uncle Daddy, who they talking about?
If I am the next Uncle Daddy?
No, Carlton.
If Carlton is the next Uncle Daddy?
Uncle Daddy in the show.
I don't understand. Who was the first Uncle Daddy? Because as far as
I
I'm
guess
concerned-
I'm assuming that Fluffy missed out on a few scenes, so
Yeah, because the Carlton character would be the original Uncle Daddy.
right,
Because everything surrounding that title have to do with Carlton.
right. So, just wondering, 955 says, what's with the extra teenager I love moments with Audrey?
Extra teenager I love moments. You don't understand. Extra teenager I love moments. Them see how Audrey behave. Audrey play that 16-year-old girl charm on Mullins because she figure say a it thing there. Why am I being distracted? We're filming movie. Yeah. So she will always play that character with Mullins because it worked. For her, every time she do that, she gets his attention. So she's always going to try that with him.
Oh, so I'm saying they're saying now that the question about Uncle Daddy was directed to Mr. Mullins.
If he's an Uncle Daddy, you mean to his son?
But also, if they were watching, they would also see that the
Understand that
results
he did
is
a
their
DNA
DNA test.
blood
So
DNA test and
he
it came
is-
back positive. The child is his.
So somebody's asking, they're saying, okay, they're seeing Patsy now, but it's been a minute they haven't seen Cara. What is going on with her?
Cara is plotting her next move, and if I was like Whisper, I'd be afraid. Cara is, Cara,
Stone's thrown,
yeah.
shades thrown.
Cara is always plotting.
They're also asking, where is Dirty Trevor? I have to give it to you how it's coming across. It's coming across from user RW2. Okay.
Again, more I said to my viewers and subscribers, my dedicated actors give up their time when they have the time to give, and there are times when persons are just really, really not available. And that is why sometimes you will not see them in the series for a little bit, because we're still filming day to day. So there are times when, especially in the festive season, persons are not available. But rest assured, by the time we jump into early 2024, you'll be seeing your favorite characters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I know you will love to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
Angie Stewart says, Mr. Orville, sir, you owe us a lot of episodes. What is going on?
And you now check me. Every Brata episode is alright, so Angie would have to send and tell me when we did not upload a scene and prove to me that I owe them episodes.
Okay. So I have to jump back to the question that, the comment that, this comment right here, which I need you to expound on, that Miss Belle Official 8766 said. She says, we love that Whisper is a great father as he should be, but we don't need to see much of him doing his rightly duties. This whole episode was not properly thought through.
There are a couple of episodes that Whisper is doing fatherly duties, so I don't know which one she's referring to. And I really don't see how in a society where men are bashed for not being fathers and not stepping up to the plate, that I'm presenting a young father who is doing the duties of a father. I don't see how I can be doing too much of that. You know, I really don't understand why somebody would think that he should, but we are in a society that really don't spend the time to highlight
what the duties of the
right.
father.
So it's done in certain corners and pockets of our society where a man is given credit for doing fatherly duties. But I want to put it up on a platform and say, listen, it's not as rare as you think. It really is not as rare as you think to have a young father playing the role of a father.
Yeah.
And remember, I'm not trying to use Whisper to replace Destiny's mother,
Right.
but he's doing what a father should do. So you'll be seeing much more of that. You know, you'll be seeing much more of that.
Mr. Director, thank you so much. I hope you have answered all the questions.
But I hope you asked me all the questions.
I have asked. I have asked all the questions, and let me just ask, what is in store for the Christmas for our viewers and subscribers?
Well, we're going to be doing a Christmas special, and we will be taking a break because you know people have family and need them alone time throughout the festive season, and we will be back the first week of January. So again, we want to thank everybody for staying with us right throughout the year, and we want to also thank you for 144,000 subscribers and climbing. Thank you very much for making it the bartender. Continue to support the local productions because we are bringing entertainment to you, and we're bringing, you know, a whole part social happenings to you as well. All right.
So director, don't move because I see a question just pop up right here, just out of the blues, quick. It says the question that Sherry is asking. She said, when you dig pit for someone, dig two. See what happened to the one Marcus.
Marcus, I got through, you know what I mean? As them say in Jamaica, you meet up on your 6 o'clock. Yeah, so you have to just deal with the 6 o'clock until it reaches 6:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, sir, director, thank you so much. Please do tell our viewers and subscribers for the rest of the year. Happy Christmas.
Yeah, man, you know, it's a
Year.
season's greetings, you know what I mean? Season's greetings, and all the best for the coming year. Stay true to yourself and stay true to your dreams. You know what I mean? You got for yourself, not respect.
So another one of your moderators unbottled says, why don't you have on your Christmas hat?
No, we never do something. There's some say season greetings and we never say Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? So unbottled eruptions, big up yourself. Curls.
I don't know, I curve. I do not know how that one drops.
We'll soon tell you curls all.
But yeah, he says you'll soon find out what is happening. You know, people. You know, people were at that time of the evening where we introduce you to our special guest of the night. But no, I have to go get my sorry, Papa. Chris, please, ice and please. Eh? Sorry, chef, no. Sorry, really nice. What did you say for yourself? Oh. Share 84, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, let me just say 5 o'clock Tower Plaza. It's Grand Market night, people. Jump out and run Gulling Stylish Boutique JA because she have everything tonight past sale. Everything 1,000 and she don't pass $5,000 tonight. So you can get 2 and 3 outfits tonight. They're also selling male outfits. So please jump on and run out like when I'm crazy. Because remember, so the ad party them come up, you know, ad party them turn up from tonight to next week. Alright? The extra party then. So, I don't know, I have to do the Schweppes. So let me introduce you to my special guest. A well-known, seasoned, award-winning entertainer who is well-known in film, television, radio, theater, and the comedy circles. Known to Jamaica as Johnny from the 80s and 90s television program Lime Lane. He is also known for his starring role in the award-winning movie Kingston Paradise and other notable appearances in other roles, which he will let us know while he's sitting and chatting here with us. Without further ado, my people, I introduce none other than Christopher Johnny. I don't know if you have the middle name, Daly.
I just want to pop in. Curls, a savage here. Curls, a savage take the man phone. Curls, a savage take the man phone. Yeah, curls. And I tell you, say, I'm an agent. I send Gamp and
curls, but they're Canada now. Look on the big maple leaf, you don't see curls? What curls then? Curls then you put a look for me, you know. Curls. Curls left the airport.
Alright, so listen guys. They all tricked the producer and told her that Johnny Daly is not turning up for the live tonight. So she's having a fit. Then tell her, say, him there in Ghana, Canada, in Ghana, yeah. So they get a heart attack tonight. And they're having...
Girls, you know them time I forgot to carry a man? Me not like cool. Hi Shelly, how are you? Oh my God. Live for your life. Good night to all the folks right now joining live. In a real life, what's up, what's up? No, what you have on the pretty filter?
No, I'm not having a filter, I'm not doing filter.
Then you look so nice.
Listen, everybody that comes on this live and we turn the TikTok live on them, they say them look them, it's them have a smooch look.
No, I forgot to join TikTok. Me all back, me never TikTok, you know. Me not TikTok.
You're there, but you're on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, you're not TikTok.
No, because when I go play the TikTok of a girl.
It's true, it's true. It's true. I even know sometimes.
Because now, generation, the generation that old me, you know. TikTok, man not TikTok.
Yeah.
When they grow up, man they say, yo, what you doing? Hey, yo, what kind of wine you want? What kind of TikTok shot? Man not TikTok, so what you do? What you feel? Yo, then I move, what you TikTok? Talk man, when we are going back, man on TikTok. You can't wire on TikTok yourself. All of a sudden, I say, what are TikTok? Man, love me TikTok, you know, TikTok.
No, but them say make your money.
Yeah, man.
Especially when you play the game, then you get lions,
Yeah, man.
galaxy,
You see them a prostitute themselves. This is some man a prostitute themselves on TikTok. Good night.
Christopher, please to tell me, Christopher Daly, is he different from Christopher Johnny Daly?
Yeah, I have a couple of personalities. I've developed some personalities over time. So obviously Christopher Daly is, you know, my mother's son. You know, decent youth to a try, you know. Husband and family man and, you know what I mean? Good youth. Really good youth. I like Christopher Daly. That's a good youth, you know, very quiet. I really like no excitement.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Christopher Johnny Daly, you know. It's kind of a different beast. It was kind of more of a businessman, comedian, producer, more aggressive, you know, many different departments. I'm kind of loadish, you know, like no one just tell people license like Canada. You know what I mean?
You stay. Curls are gonna kill you when you meet
You know,
in person.
what curls are right, man? Can you see them curls? You can't. You know, anybody can keep like a straight face too long. See them curls.
Her name is Curly Johnson.
Curling.
Johnson.
If she tell me that curling, she them, muna come up on time, doing mana, cause curling them different. You know, I'm not going to the issue with it because I know some curling, I know some merlin, I know some pearling, I know some curling.
Listen, who are your other?
Oh, I mean, you have Johnny Live.
Yes.
Johnny Live now. Johnny Live is us out of it. Johnny Live crazy. Johnny Live are the one we can host like the dance them and the boom show them and the clash them. Yo! And the crazy man. That's a Johnny Live. Yeah. But Christopher Daly is the actor, you know, as I said, nice youth. Decent. Calm. Yeah. When I look the girls them, I go with Christopher Daly. Because he's that gentleman.
So then suppose she tell you say she don't want Christopher, she want Johnny Daly.
I mean, see, one of the I mean, see, one of the same person, you know. Somebody say, where's the girl? You want a different personality. When you say, what, I'm going to choke and box.
Wow.
You must say them something, you know.
Wow.
You must say, some girl don't like nice man, them. You know, honey, and you feel it. You know, I say, what, man? What, yeah. You understand? Some of the girls are better than me, you know. You have to ask, trust me. Yeah, but hey, no, for real. But there was a girl one time, I'm going to tell you, say, when I hold her and slap her and she go, ah! I say, oh, that girl, that freak, me like that girl. Yeah.
Christopher Daly, that's the person who am I speaking to now?
Who you want that to? You have to tell me.
I'd love to speak to Christopher Daly.
See me.
Okay. When did you come? We wouldn't finish this live tonight. When did you get into theatre?
Oh, Lord. Theatre, that's a good question. So, my very first production was a theatre production. My very first play,
Which was?
called The Big and the Cheaper, happened at primary school. My very first play. You know. I was like 9 or 10 years old,
Wow.
maybe 8. And we won gold. I won a gold medal at JCDC Junior Festivals, and we get a scholarship to go to drama school. Them time the drama school had a junior program. Yeah, I'm go. And you don't know, we get enough trouble in drama school too. So much trouble that they move from the little baby class to the teenager class. Because they must say, the little boy, I can't send me a baby class. Come here, run the baby, them, and I turn them gangster. We turn baby gang leader. Yeah. We now do nothing to the teacher, and nobody now do nothing, because Johnny now do nothing. And then I was Christopher. And then they said, no, move the little boy, I got a big class. So I got a big class, I run the big class too, because nobody never talented like me in a big class. And the lady was teaching the big class, named Melita Samuels, and that's how I got the line she did. You saw me carry the story far for you?
Very far.
You don't have to ask me no more questions.
No, the people that want to know only more about you.
What do you want to know?
They want to know only more about you.
Ask
I
me.
mean, so you started at a very young age.
Yes.
Did you have the support of your parents in all of this action?
You know, my mother was very supportive. She was really the only permission I needed at the time, because I really, you know what I mean, I grew up with my mother predominantly. I had a stepfather, but you don't know a stepfather.
Yeah.
The thing was, my mother was like, all right, because honestly, I wasn't the brightest youth, you know, my class with them. I wasn't the dumbest either.
But I was youth who could do other things. So for instance, my memory was very good. So I could have my sing shop list, I sing the list for the shop to the shop. So people used to know where my mother cook before me reach that shop. Them know where my mother eat from dinner and stuff. So when we broadcast it.
So for example now, she said they go shop go buy 2 pound of chicken, 2 pound of rice, 2 carrot, 2 sweet pepper, chicken seasoning, little oil, they sing it.
2 pound of chicken and 2 pound of rice, little seasoning and a little black pepper with a big chili oil and that me and we say 2 pound of chicken, 2 pound of rice, with a big chili oil, 2 pound of, I mean I dance with them, I will keep it and we say 2 pound of chicken and 2 pound of rice, big chili oil, we say that must nice, 2 pound of chicken and 2 pound of rice, remember the big chill for the, and we say oil for the chicken and oil for the rice, 2 pound, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you don't want to put it them way. You don't miss and you don't get beaten. Because you go to the shop, go buy the things there.
You get
the
beaten.
carrot, you get all you
Yeah,
get.
me get beat. Because sometimes you buck up on the football match and play down the road.
And you stop.
You
And
stop.
then you forget the
You
bit.
forget.
Oh, Jesus.
So when you reach a shop, you buy half pound of chicken.
Everything turned off now and
Everything
not
done half. Till you see the Chinese master look for you and say, go back and ask someone like that. I extra rolling that now. So we learn a little lesson.
But no, listen. So me want to ask the partner, did you ever at any point in time had to go back to mommy to ask her about the list?
It's a wicked act. Yes, and that was the time when I get a little small beating, you know. And you learn to start writing your hand. 2 pound of chicken. Yeah. It was listen, that time very nice, you know, because remember say, and everybody couldn't read neither, you know.
True.
But through you saw as a little youth in the house, then the real life and you were at school your mind fresh. Write it! Oh yeah, right, and I say, alright. You don't say nothing now. 2 pound. And take it. Yeah, you praise your hand with your
Don't
sweat.
sweat.
You praise.
Because if you rub out the next problem, that's again.
No, my brother called. You must have been like some kind of relative come and find him.
Tell them you're on movie, you're filming.
Yeah, but them a call. And sometimes they don't want nothing.
No,
You know.
them just want to say, where they?
See my people.
So Christopher,
Mhm.
you said Melita, remind me of her name again?
Samuels.
Samuels
OD.
introduced you to, sorry, remember call the name properly, Melissa Samuels OD
Mhm.
introduced you to Lantry Lane, which
Yes.
happened to be one of my favorite
Should be.
sitcoms
It should be.
from them times.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Now, I want you to tell me what was the experience like with the top actors like Dorothy?
Great.
What was it?
I must tell you, I feel so lucky. I must tell you, I feel lucky.
How old were you at that time?
I started about 9 years old.
Wow.
So imagine moving from a first play at 8, and by the time you're like 9 and a half, 10, you're in JBC studio.
Hey, no for them,
Only
you
two.
go down there, no for them.
They don't know what JBC is.
No.
Listen, JBC was the only television station in Jamaica. It's like no one else watch things like YouTube and
Netflix
Netflix, TikTok, Ray. One TV station we are watching. One. Remember the cell phone never they bought that, you know? Them time the TV in a furniture. Some of them still confused, they don't know what I mean. Them time they have a whatnot now, it's like a glass part and there's a TV with that. TV used to come in a furniture them time there. If you got coats, you buy a whatnot with a TV in it. That's how the technology was at the time. It was wonderful. It was new technology. Yeah, the big back TV them. You couldn't believe that by yourself. A 2 chuck of the car TV them time there. Yeah. Then the TV need antenna also. Yeah, so you have an antenna inside and an antenna outside. Yeah. So if you live in a country, you have some children that see TV. Them don't see TV in the house. But they don't see it, because there was like an extra antenna. Mm-hmm. Some children, they must wake up and say, oh, go upstairs, go on and that's why some children, when they grow them down there, they niggle them at grounds. They say, oh, grounds. Go up on the roof, go grounds.
But you have not told them they.
So let me give you ask a question now. You ask what was it like? Honestly, it was like a dream. It was like Christmas every day. Mm-hmm. I got a chance to go to a place That was magical. Remember, this was where TV had come from. You know?
Yes.
Everything we see had come from that place. Yeah? So it was just to be in. I was in awe almost all the time because I'm passing people that I saw on TV. I pass Roy, Paris, that were really winner. I see my walk past, and then I pass people like Faye Ellington, and I pass people like when the man used to play football again with the morning time. No, man. Earlier than never, man. That's about the original TV man. Lindy de la Pena.
Oh my God.
Lindy de la Pena. Let me see Lindy de la Pena the first time I say, Sean, man, big man that, you know.
Yes.
And then, you know, as I really get to you, use the teeth in on the radio side. But you know, them have me there, sit down, me not nothing. So I'm going to the radio side and used to creep up and watch Barry G. Ask Barry G.
Oh Lord.
You used to just crawl up so and watch Barry G. This was Barry G. Barry Gordon, Super 6, 2 to 6 Super Mix with Barry Gordon. Barry G. Yo! We used to just, as I told you, it was like a playground, it was like a wonderland for me. But the people were the best parts. I worked with some of the best people. Up to this day, I think they left an indelible mark on me. Dorothy Cunningham, Mizella was like a mother to me, auntie, sister, just real authoritative figure, but somebody who I saw that I could talk to. You know, somebody who was relatable.
Yes.
Pablo Highlight was the director, but Pablo reached out to me on many levels. Pablo rescued me enough time. Like, yeah, sometimes I get, you know, I'm tired, I don't want to go rehearsal, and you see Pablo Care and drive up the lane. Come in the lane, you know, and I start run, because I see Pablo Care, I'm going to say, and then, you know, there were people like Sammy, who is now Patrick Prendergast, who is now a lecturer at UWI, I think St. James campus. Just all these positive people just pouring into me. And it was beautiful. I think I've adopted a lot of my work ethic from them, a lot of my discipline in terms of my creative discipline from them. And it's just been awesome since that, you know what I mean?
So, who played your mother in that Julie? And what was the connection?
You never was Lam Julian, because my mother never in there. Miss Zella was my mother.
Miss Zella was your grandmother?
Yeah, my mother was there foreign for the whole time. Because all I had was Miss Zella and then Auntie Bubbles was there. My mom never, I think my mother didn't come in at one episode.
What exactly?
Yeah. I remember. Just like if in real life, if your mother was coming at one time. You don't remember your mother. I don't remember who played my mother. I know. I want to for the Florence Harris. You know, I want to for the Florence. I don't remember. But Shannon, Miss Upton, I have to talk about Lucretia Upton. Yeah, man, rest in peace. Beautiful lady.
Yes, beautiful. So I had the opportunity of meeting her once. And it was
Gracia was an amazing talent, just a nice personality.
Yes.
And I mean, for everyone now, you can. She loves to laugh. And she really laughs off the trainer.
Seriously? Signaling, are you hearing me now?
Are you hearing me now?
Huh? Still not hearing?
Can you hear me?
Oh, you're hearing me now? Okay, alright, good, beautiful. People were up and running, we're sorry about that. You know, just had a little
Yeah,
break.
what am I talking about to? Larimar, ABC, my first time in foreign TV.
We can start right there.
Yeah, it was called Going to Xpressionz. You can Google it. I did 2 episodes in that, and it was a great experience. Just being experienced in American film.
Big, right.
You know what I mean?
But what was that like, Christopher? Because working on films out here as opposed to working on films in America, what's the difference?
The scale is so much bigger. Like when you recognize that, for instance, I'm doing Lanchlin, we don't really have a makeup department, as to say. You know what I mean? We kind of do it yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had a makeup department. They had a wardrobe department. They had a props department. There's so many people working to make sure this one thing look good. As opposed to Jamaica where, quite frankly, you have a skeleton staff and we're working late at nights and the scale was just so much bigger.
Right.
And wow, I really got a chance to watch that early. And I just said the bug and bit me. I was like, go and do this for the rest of my life.
Wow.
Yeah. They asked me what next, and there was a play next. Directed by Alwyn Bully. I was like 15 and Alwyn had called me for the play. My very
Directed
first
by who?
Alwyn Bully. Alwyn Bully is a Caribbean national, I think. And I was telling a lie where he come from. But Alwyn Bully was in Jamaica teaching at the Edmund College at the time, lecturing, doing other things. And then he was producing a play and he asked me to be in it.
Wow.
And I was ecstatic because that was my first commercial theatre play. Not like JCDC, like about
Big.
people pay their money now and come watch.
Wow.
And I got nominated for that play. I got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Yeah. First commercial play.
Wow.
Yeah, when boy good, you know.
Wow.
You know the thing,
So,
you know it.
I mean, being where you are, moving up the ladder now from 15 to in your 20s, what did you start in at that point in your life? Seeing that you have now been through this whole experience.
It was an interesting time, you know. The older I got, the more pressure I felt. So remember the Lanchlin youth shine and I felt it kind of rub off.
Right.
And you get older, so you want to define things for yourself. You want to show people that you're more than just
Right.
this youth on TV. So there's a couple of things going around. In my 20s, I was aiming to start university life, which I eventually did because I was working at JIS at the time. So by the time 1997 came around, 1998, I was at university and also working at the Jamaica Information Service. I was a production assistant, but I quickly moved up to become a producer in my 20s. Producer meant that I was writing my own scripts, producing my scripts, and also ensuring that it made it to TV. So if you used to watch like Jamaica Diary or them kind of something, I was sometimes behind that in terms of producing it. University life was kind of rough, you know, because we never have no money to take care of everything at that time there. And it was very difficult if you was Johnny to get a student loan.
What?
It was interesting, right?
Why?
Because Johnny's supposed to have money.
Oh,
Remember student loan just
yeah.
starting time there.
Yeah.
If you're supposed to have money,
Them
you're not getting a loan.
Yeah.
So I got a call in my second year from the director of a play that Oliver Samuels was doing with Jamaica International. And boy, I look at some tough bills, semester for pay come up. I really have it and I said, what am I going to do? When I got that call, I always wanted to be a part of the Jamaica family at that time because Jamaica was blowing up. And Oliver was touring crazy at the time. So I'm going to come there and hesitate, you know.
Just say yes.
But that's the chancellor. I said, Chancellor, big up yourself, and I take a chance right there.
So you left school.
So I left university, went on tour with Jambies. That foray lasted for 3 years.
Wow.
And I never looked back after that. It was like I needed to kind of just jump.
Yeah, you
And that was the opportunity I needed to jump. I was reading history. I did read history and I felt like maybe I should pause it for a little bit at a time and go off to do my calling, which was always there for me, which was my theater.
Okay.
And I never regretted that. The tours were brilliant.
Yeah.
I went to so many countries working with Oliver, including England and Canada. We toured out a lot of the States. And then because we went to England, Blue Mountain Theatre called me after that to say, yo, we saw you work with Oliver. Would you want to work with us with Oliver? And while Oliver was on his break from Jamaica, and I was like, yo. So I went to England and I was in England working with Blue Mountain Theatre for another 3 or 4 years after that. And so my career as a bona fide theatre actor, I think, was cemented at that time. And people realized that, yeah, man, Christopher Dale is a real deal.
No, listen, you see, when you know people and you don't know, like, so with all of this now, I know we have Actor Boy Awards, right?
Yeah.
But do you believe that actors out here getting the kind of recognition that they should?
I mean, the first thing we have to start with is our own people. I mean, we really have to kind of recognize that Jamaica, we produce some of the best actors.
I believe it.
We're certainly some of the best actors in the Caribbean. If you just look at what we've been able to do with theatre here in Jamaica, arguably we're some of the best actors in the world. The world won't know that because we have not put our actors in enough projects to show that.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about quality, an actor like Glenn Campbell deserves to be spoken about. I don't think people understand how good Glenn is because we see him do a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
But if you've ever seen Glenn play drama or having to play subtle moments, emotional moments, you see a quality that is just unmatched. When you see Leonie Forbes, for instance, I've had the pleasure of being on stage with Leonie Forbes, have the pleasure of being in her tutelage, have the pleasure of asking her questions, watching her process before she even gets on stage. A 2-hour process of morphing into character. When you're a part of that and you watch the legacy, it's hard not to recognize that you're among greatness. You know what I mean? Charles Hyatt. I mean, I've had the pleasure of sharing stage with this man. Sharing a dressing room with Charles Hyatt. By myself. Like a lot of people don't understand. That's more than gold.
Well, you know, I mean, even for some of the younger generation, I would say, they don't know about...
They don't know what the names I'm calling. Some of them. Charles Hyatt is a brilliant creative. Brilliant mind. I've never seen anybody who was so fixed on a process, like his process was neat and tidy every time. When you saw Charles in his dressing room, everything was neat. The shoes were in the same position every night. His costumes were particularly laid out in a particular way. He had a rhythm and a kind of way of doing things. You can't disturb them in the dressing room. Now come there with a nice. It was all about getting ready, process. You know, and that's what some of the young people need to understand is that some things take time. Some things need process. We're not, and everything to fast food, and everything to cook. No.
Yes.
Some things need to just be processed.
So that is the great
Charles Hyatt. Yes. The man will say, when me was a boy, little bit a boy.
Yes.
Yes.
So
and there's a book too, when me was a boy.
You have named some of the top actors that you have worked with.
Yeah.
Can you name any of them? I mean, both locally
Dion
and
Silvera, Audrey Reed, new name, let's go names. Let's go Delia Harris, Claudette Pius. I mean, let's go on name.
What name? Bones.
Mark Martin.
Yes.
Bones.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Listen, Jamaica's produced some great actors.
Yes.
And I've had the pleasure of, and you know, my generation, I think I grew up in the golden era, and so I had the pleasure of rubbing shoulders and getting notes from a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. There's an actor called and director called Michael Nicholson.
Oh
We
God.
call him String Bean.
String bean. Woo.
Very good, very competent. Just good. Just good. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
would
really
watch
good.
him and listen to him for days.
And I like Michael as a director too. You know what I mean? Because as a director, he's very strict. I knew him from high school because he was at Arden High School. He was my teacher at Arden. But just brilliant. I know I can call him colleague and we can laugh together. It's even better. You know what I mean?
If you had any chance to, I know I asked this question, if you had any chance to change what you were doing, like your career choice, what would it be? What would you change it for?
Wow, that's a difficult one. Because I've never imagined myself or envisioned myself not doing what I'm doing now. So I probably would still be doing some acting even if I had a different career choice. But there was a time, you know, when law, there was a time when I felt,
Like the time when they did their university.
yeah, I felt like I was kind of preparing myself because I wasn't going to do teaching. So I knew I was doing a history degree to teach. I probably was doing it to the law. But honestly, classroom or something we start getting not like after a while. No, honestly, because I just wanted to get out and explore some theater with some because creativity was always a part of my life.
Creatives. Okay, so
Honestly,
for
I just
some
want to get out of the classroom situation and go do some work.
yeah. So for some creatives, people don't believe they're done with dance. We don't dance.
No, look here. Look here.
Some
I'm just a something
creatives,
there,
some
right?
creatives
Don't.
learn better in the field. Because I'm glad you say that, Johnny, because when I taught at Aston High School for a minute,
Yeah.
and even though I taught dance, I had to use dance to teach theoretical work. I taught literature, and I had to use the acting process that I went through at Xpressionz College
Explain.
to teach literature. So you know, teachers will come and them say, give them a book and say, all right, you read that chapter and then come explain it. No,
Yeah.
a book like Wuthering Heights.
Yes. Hey. You gotta learn, I know.
Listen.
I'm gonna mention, listen. Everybody is dumb to what they don't know.
True.
Everybody is ignorant to what they don't know.
True.
You know, and I find that some people limit themselves because what they do is they take on this moniker of dunce.
Yeah.
Not understanding that it's really about training
Yeah.
and learning. You know, everything that I've applied myself to, I have mastered.
Beautiful.
It's an interesting thing. Everything that I've applied myself to, applied 150%, spent the time, I have mastered. And what that lesson tells me is that we are all trainable, we're all teachable.
Yes.
If you decide to focus on something, you're going to learn about it eventually. You're going to start doing it at an optimal level eventually because you're dedicating your time for it. Human beings are designed to learn about whatever they dedicate their time to. It's a part of our DNA. So when I started to focus on stand-up comedy, I really dived into it because I was passionate about it. It was my transition out of theater because I recognized that theater, let me say this right now, I'm not afraid to say it for you sure. When I was doing theater back in the day, it started out as fun, but then I became a big man and I realized that this have to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I recognized that Jamaican theater wasn't moving fast enough at pace with inflation or how times are going. And I recognized that just being the actor in theater wasn't going to make me live the kind of life I wanted to live. And that I was also going to be enslaved to a company. And I was never like that, no rebellious slave. I am a maroon. You know what I mean? Maroon, I'm a bloodline. Yeah, so me was a rebellious slave and I decided to say, I'm not going to stay with them money and boss me all of my life. Come to me for the time now. Remember say we are pay you. You can't enslave me with a little bit of money. So I recognized early that, you know, say, if you do some stand-up comedy and me alone up on stage, I might be in charge of my career. You don't really allow no boss like that. Being my own boss after a while.
Right.
And so I started working on being a stand-up, not being a solo person, because I was with a team. I was with Mark Danvers and Donald Anderson. Eventually, we became single creatives. But I started to dabble to see how else I could create a life of my own
Right.
rather than just being an employee and see if I can step out and become something. Yeah.
What was that stint like working with Donald Anderson and Mark Anderson?
Awesome. Some of the best creative years of my life. Working with two other creatives who were set to also make a mark and really made their own individual mark and continue to make their mark. Obviously, Ratty, who we call, third World Cup star, Mark Danvers, one of the most talented young actors I've ever worked with. I'm disappointed that I haven't seen or know more about what's going on with
What's going
Mark.
on with him, yes.
But what I tell you is that the years with Mark were just awesome. This youth is a militant, very knowledgeable, very self-aware person. So I know himself from them time, and Mark was always going to be Mark.
Yeah.
Donald Anderson. Let me say what Donald Anderson. Donald Anderson is a phenomenal creative, a very intelligent mind, super creative person. Triple check, 4 check, couple check, much check. You can sing, you can dance well.
We don't know.
It can
It
move.
can move,
It can sing, it can move. It may catch a routine eventually.
Eventually.
But definitely, this boy is a boss actor.
Yeah.
Boss of an actor. And so I always want to see Donald do some acting. Singer, great singer as well. Songwriter, boss songwriter. Donald was an amazing. When we did Iceman and Johnny, for those years when Mark was out of the loop and we started Iceman and Johnny, Iceman and Johnny would have been to me the most successful duo in Jamaica. If we had continued. But we can't kill that now because we didn't continue, so we don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
But when we hit the market, I mean, when somebody like I tell them, say, yo, you look crazy, Them time there, I say, yo, but you don't come from out, you look crazy. Iceman and Johnny was a phenomenal. Listen, we did that stint at the National Stadium. I don't remember if you did the Harvard. But them time, Parachute was the dance. Yes? Parachute and Jamaica play one side. Intermission they had us entertaining the crowd, part of the entertainment package. And we planned it so that we did some concoction with the umbrellas. We had some umbrellas tied up to our loops. And in the parachute was a dance. And then I challenge each other. I say, yo, you can't dance parachute. I was alright, big on the field. I see who can do this. And we go there, And we will place this and wait for us to do the parachute. And I said, we must have whoop and run off. And the balloon goes up, the umbrella goes up. And whoop goes up. And we have parachute and that's stadium level. When we say stadium level, no big body match, make it a small match. Because in Jamaica I lose. But we had some awesome moments and unforgettable moments. And so when Iceman and Johnny was going to split up, it was a 2-1 time for me. I had me take them. That's just still in Jamaica. They never know, me take them.
Wow.
Me never know if it say, but I hear, me never know if it.
Wow. That's the level of impact that it has.
Yeah, because Iceman can sing.
Yeah.
In my right hand I sing song, what me I gonna do? Me can't sing like Iceman.
You can't dance.
So people out here, I go to the studio, Come here, my friend. So both out here, I go to the studio. Me don't know comedy, but I watch Iceman sing. and then, let me say, Johnny, we are here, so. We are going to turn Iceman dance and go do some comedy, man. Go back to your dream. I decided to start back as a comic, solo.
Beautiful. I'm glad you went there. Over the couple of years, I know comedy has been on a phenomenal rise.
Yeah.
What has been your contribution, and do you believe that you have contributed enough?
Listen, I've contributed immensely to stand-up comedy in Jamaica. And if you don't know that, if you're not confident enough to say that after putting in so much work, then you know why, you would know your worth.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy in Jamaica prior to a show like Comedy Boss, which was executively produced by myself and Colleen Lewis, was only with that very small set of people. It was Blacker Ellis, IT Fancy Cat, Jamaica Paleface, Tony Hendricks, Bobby Smith.
That's about the size of it.
You can't think anybody else?
That's about the size of it.
Maybe Lemon them time they let try a thing and
Yeah,
start a thing.
yeah.
But me can't.
But if you're talking about
That's about the core.
That's the core.
Just the core.
that's the core.
Black Island. Mr. Black already?
Yeah,
Bello and Blacker.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like that was it. And I remember having a conversation with Colleen. We were saying, why can't we increase this pool of people? Like, why is it that they're the same comedians as well?
Right.
Like every show.
Right.
And I felt like that was what we needed to do. And so we came up with the idea of the comedy bus, which was like an old version of Rising Stars. And we literally went around and we found comics. From that show, we have Rowan Gunter,
Yes.
came Keith Shibata Ramsey,
Yes.
came Chris the Entertainer Larman, came Leighton Smith, came, I mean, all the comics that you can think of from that era. Dufton Shepherd
Yeah.
came through Comedy Bus. So all those comics came through that time and we created a new set of comics to the market. Up until recently, they were the new set. Then came Comedy Bar. And the Comedy Bar, what the Comedy Bar has done is, the Comedy Bar has really started what I call a comedy ecosystem. So we're no longer just doing a random show here and there. Now we have a base, now we have a home, no comics, no say, yo, even if we don't want to do no comedy, we can come and say, come drink a one juice and reason with another comic. Every week, there's a place in Jamaica where people can laugh. And the ecosystem now includes people who are now what I call comedy fans,
Yes.
genuine fans of comedy,
Fans of comedy.
who come out of their yard every Tuesday, come down to Johnny's place to watch comedy. There's a couple that come there and tell you every week when I see them, me laugh because when I started to pick on them one night, the wife, let me know say, it's our favorite night of the week.
Wow.
Yeah, because comedy is an aphrodisiac.
Yes.
So our husband bring her every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Him say, yeah, my wife turn a freak every Tuesday she go
Oh
home.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I imagine, come in and make the girl turn a day.
Now,
So we have a question coming from the audience.
What is it?
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ.
So there's a
even
question.
though it was set out for you to do comedy on a Tuesday night,
Yeah.
every day, every Tuesday till the year, when it actually materialized and saw that you actually accomplished this, even though it's something that you did set out for you, what was the feeling behind it?
So what Arvin is asking is, you know, what was it like to know that we accomplished doing stand-up comedy every Tuesday for an entire year? The first time it happened wasn't at Johnny's place. The first time we did comedy for an entire year was actually at 100. When stand-up, when we did the brand at 100 Hope Road, yeah man, the same 100 we go right now and enjoy ourselves. We were there. They said we needed an activity every night here, every Tuesday. Because Tuesday night was their lowest night in terms of numbers. And we said, give it a night. And they were surprised because we had built a really good energy with people coming for comedy on a Tuesday night. So much so that they moved us from the upstairs to downstairs inside the main, you have to go through like the main hall, main gambling hall, into the inside area. And they must say, yo, this thing I work. When we did it for a year, I was surprised. I was shocked because remember this was never done before. I can't remember anywhere doing it was historic.
You're talking about a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. And when we see people come laugh on a Tuesday night, I say, stand up comedy do this? No man, we can't do it. And that's what inspired me to push further. So when the relationship with 100, got severed, I said, no, I'm not stop. When we go down to Phoenix Theatre, link up, I'm trying to keep this thing going on, and I did. We didn't buy one whole van. Oh God, there's a God here going on. We buy one whole IS van and pack up everything in there. Because people got used to eating and drinking and laughing. And so I wanted to keep the eat, drink, laugh thing going.
Yeah.
So I buy one whole van and I buy some equipment and get to a proper chef and
I
Yeah.
have that sign inside of my house right now. When you
Yeah.
enter my house, you see eat, drink, laugh.
Eat, drink, laugh. And that's how I was convinced that comedy had a home in Jamaica for sure. And then of course we cemented that again this year by having stand-up comedy at Johnny's Place for an entire year. We ended our last show December 12th. Just amazing year this year. And what I saw was tremendous because 2 new acts came through this year. 2 new comics, right through the comedy bar. Young people too, which is what I like. 2 young comics. One bright, one not so bright. But we're airplane.
You can't do that.
In Brighton I want to wait. But tell everybody don't say something. You know. In Brighton I want to wait. Yes. Me not say wait, but me not say which one bright and which one is.
Can you please get my host and my guest a napkin,
Please,
Yes,
yes,
thank
yes.
you. I appreciate it.
I like the fun is working to a point, but me know that thick jacket that for me. Now try, show look. Listen, when things are going for you, you show say you look close.
I'm going to bono.
Now, burn up people. But we look good though.
People, I always tell you, it's always a fun night at Xpressionz JA YouTube
I don't
Sunday
know.
night live
I
at
don't know.
Incognito Vacations team. I always tell you, say if you don't want to meet the people them, right here upon a Sunday night, 8 Collison
Me like the place,
Drive.
me like the place.
I was about to ask you what you think about the place.
Me like
Would you
it.
like something what to top up?
Oh yes man, top up with my special here. Yes, special.
So, is there any other question from the audience?
Nobody invest up on a roll and a half.
Anybody in here? Well, yeah. Okay, so there's one more question coming from the audience here. My viewers and subscribers, if you do have any questions for Johnny, but I have a final question for him. Two final questions for him, but a question is coming from the audience shortly. If you do have a question to ask, please jump on any which of your devices that you're on. Even here on TikTok.
No, TikTok look nice, man. No, TikTok on permanent and
All of the
something.
guests them come here come say this.
TikTok about you have to things off.
No, all of the guests them because they're not living in the
No,
TikTok life, the
the
night.
TikTok does still handsome though.
But you're on your handsome.
The extra. I TikTok. That go on TikTok, you know. But me no want, but big man on TikTok.
I'm not TikTok, you're TikTok, man.
Listen to this.
Big man on TikTok.
Because in know it, but I don't think he prayed.
Right?
He is one of the few persons in the world that started out as a child star and maintained it
Yes,
to this
to
moment.
this moment, true.
Thanks to Jamaica. No, I give thanks to Jamaica because if I was a child star in a one of them foreign countries,
What?
where me get everything, would have spoiled rotten at the pan jumps and now. No, I'm gonna dead like Gulliver. I swear. Let me tell you
You
something.
that did like
Rest in peace, Gulliver. No, because sometimes when you live in a certain countries, right? Respect. I will mix this. Jesus Christ. Are you mix this? Jesus. All the best for the season.
So, Mr. Campbell was, have you ever gotten tired of starving?
Yes. Yes. And it's important for people to understand that. Sometimes, there was a time, not no, because I've gotten over that time. But there was a time in my teenage years when I was in high school, and even when I was like in my early 20s, when it got to me. But that's the time when I had to recognize that I was never going to not be Johnny for some people. I couldn't do what other teenagers were doing. So I couldn't go down to halfway tree and just take off my tie and go to the arcade and play games. I couldn't take off my tie and hang out at the bus stop and hang with the girls. Because people know what school we go. I couldn't be the kid and do the kid thing, the teenage youth thing, like everybody else. And at that time it had gotten to me. There was a time in my early life when, you know I go pack up a hotel and, you know what I mean? Do the things then, you know what I mean?
what things?
Like, you know what I mean?
There are two different girls that say this. You know? You know what I mean? Like you are two different girls that you see spot. But you can't do that. But those fellas that's a channel yesterday.
So Johnny,
So come back again. No, so when you reflect them time, you have to start, Johnny.
yesterday you're there, we're
You
shooting them there.
know that time when, as a young man, you feel like you're a girl can beat you like open. You know what I mean? They say, they don't put on the side, they say, no, now go over the nude side. You never say Johnny over the nude side. When the worker come and say, hey, Johnny over the nude side. See, Johnny stop me here.
Leave it.
Oh,
Say,
no,
because
stop.
I'm popping up, you know. Say, I went on vacation with my wife, right? I must go on vacation. Famous, no, famous already. Famous, that's all. Famous.
Popular
We go on vacation with family, right? We go on vacation with my family. And me see, me hear boom, boom, boom on the door. I was at the work at the hotel. Me just want to see if I choose and Johnny. But that's why I was at choose and Johnny actually at the hotel. Are you Johnny? Welcome. Remember? Reach out there and do so by Gossarin.
Do so by Gossarin.
Right.
Our young generation I know about them something, you know. They do so by Gossarin and
I
Gossarin.
like a Rob King.
They don't know them something
You
there.
know Rob King.
Johnny, Johnny, listen. All right, so a lot of persons know you by the name, you know, Christopher Johnny Daly and other names. A lot of persons see you as a comedian,
Yeah.
a theatre practitioner, an entrepreneur. But these are people. How your kids see you, how your wife see you.
Maybe I can't answer for them totally, but I'm a real family man. Anybody who knows me knows that my family is numero uno. My family comes first. My children are just adorable. Listen, my children I've made the greatest change because of my children. My eldest son no longer lives with us because he's now living on his own. But my daughter and my son lives with me now. I've learned so much from being a father who's trying my best. And you know, sometimes I tell people all the time, the best you can do as a father is to try. Try to be there for them, try to be as loving as you can with them, try to support them as much as possible. I've learned patience by being a dedicated, I've learned patience because I dedicated myself to being a good father. I've learned how to listen. I have to say, sometimes as parents, you want to be the one talking. I've learned over time to learn to listen to my children. Because you learn so much from them expressing themselves to you. My relationship with my children is precious to me because that's when your children can communicate with you, that's when you recognize that this is real, like there's a real energy being transferred here with them. The worst thing I can imagine is not having a connection with my children. So they've made the biggest impression on my life.
Anyone of them go for a
All of them. Like my daughter's taller than me. My 12-year-old now is as tall as I am. He might wear size 9 like me too. And my son, my firstborn, already bigger than me. He's the karate champion.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
my karate champion, my fighter.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm glad when they move out of the house.
What?
I'm glad when they move out of the house. Because, I'll be, I can imagine, this boy bigger than me, from him about 14. I go Kingston College, right? And when teacher called me they say, talk to your son, Me go in the room to talk to him, But that day they recognize for the first time, say, that boy is bigger than me. See? So I'm go in the room to talk to my son, and say, hey, let me tell you something. Don't make your teacher have to call me again. You hear that? Don't make your teacher have to send me a message. Both you again. And he said, yes, darling. And I said, lower your voice when you talk to me. Motherfucker, I take off the door here for your room. That's why I can be on me. But if you want to fight after that, you know, well, going to an amateur fight, gold medal. Wow. Stop talking to me.
One of them,
He said, Chris, come here. Be a little better, mama.
Vice.
I just my advice to you.
It's precious when you have that kind of connection with your children.
But my children have never disrespected me. My son never ever disrespected me. Daughter too, listen to me. And the youngest now, yeah.
So,
in my passing place, little bit, children is big and
yeah. So, it over you. So, you don't want to talk too rough to him either.
You look at my still, so you know.
So, you can't choke him.
Then you look at chest marks. You know, you look at chest marks. Hey, watch how you talk to your father. But him good, I'm good to you. Maybe have to do that to you. He's his mother's child, so I'm going to have to really talk to him.
So the mother.
Yeah, man. And he's a techie. You know, because young generation is a techie generation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you want to punish him, just I cut off the Wi-Fi. No, that's a real punishment. I never said something.
God.
Yeah, if you want to punish him, say, oh, no Wi-Fi for your week. For your week! You get crazy.
Do you see any of your traits in any of your kids?
Yeah, my daughter, they're all creatives in their own way. My daughter sings very well. It's good with her hands. She sew. She liked everything. Her mom was also, as you know, was good with her hands as well. Mom was a top artist, visual artist, creative. My son is actually very good. He's now pursuing animation. Very, very good. He's now doing some magazines, working on this animation series. And my youngest son, talented in that one way. I think he's, you know, me and him, he was more like his mom said, he was more techie. But I think he's going to be doing something great with technology. He sings well, but he really likes singing. Yeah. So I tell him, can sing some more, you know? You know, get the girls so he can sing.
Sure.
So I see my practice.
How does wifey deal with all of this? You being out in the world? Like when she's on the road.
My wife is a boss lady, you know. My wife learned early to control everything. So she's my booking agent. She's my business partner in Jamaica Productions. As you know, she travels with me everywhere, unless the promoter can't pay for the ticket. I will decide to I'm doing the show anyway. But I like having my wife around. We're very good partners in business and personal partners as well. I like her as a person. She's a really decent woman. And so we can, and she bright, so we can have a lot of conversations. You know what I mean? We can get to pick our brain ever so often about what she know. And she kind of like me too. You know what I mean? I think she like me.
How long are you married?
12 years or 13.
So she like you?
You think she likes me?
You think she like you?
Yeah.
So you're gonna reach the love stage yet?
No, well, the love is natural. Because you know, she loves me too. I think she like me. I think it's more important for her to like me.
Okay.
Because love think about it now. Hey! Love has gone somewhere. Love is infatuation and I'm something. Oh, man, I'll get today, I'm going to like it tomorrow. But she like me. You understand?
Being that you have been married for 12 years, and we're wrapping up shortly, and
That's almost 13.
So the time flies.
Come on.
As a comedian, as a theatre practitioner, as an entrepreneur, please do give, for anyone that's on air that's listening, some solid advice in this line of business, entertainment.
If you found your voice, if you found your niche, if you're in the business that you're gifted to deliver, if you're in the business that you're trained for, if you're in the business and you're serious about what you're doing, never give up. Not everybody's going to see the same dream or vision that you see. Ensure that you're clear about that vision and that you can execute that vision well enough for other people to fall in line and to assist you with that dream. It's not going to be an easy process. You're not going to get it right all the time, and in fact, you're not going to even feel like you're successful in the initial stages of it. It's going to take every single morsel of your being from you. But if you stay dedicated to it long enough, if you give it enough of your energy, if you continue to grow and give it your optimal everything, what it gives back to you will be 10 and 20 fold. And you will glorify in all of that goodness that it will bring back to you. Nothing comes easy, remember that. And if it's too easy, look at why. And if it's too easy, maybe you're not doing it right. Success not supposed to feel easy. Success is supposed to be something that you work at, you see that, you know the track record. You can look back at it and say, hey, this never easy, you know. But when you get there, it really feels like an accomplishment. And don't be afraid to celebrate the small wins. Because the small wins, when you celebrate them, is what propel you to the next win. Never give up, my friends.
And there you go. Positive words from the from the theater practitioner, the comedian.
Never give
Like,
up.
I also want to ask Mr. Bailey here, for the people then who getting married for the love of job,
Yes.
don't marry today and left tomorrow.
No, marriage is a commitment. Let me tell you something. Marriage is a real commitment. Don't decide to get married if it's just like, oh, I feel like her today. No. Marriage is a commitment. It's a contract. It's a real contract between two people who decide to be together. And listen, marriage no means that you never have problems. Marriage means that you have to go work through the problems so that you want to totally get to know more about each other. Sometimes it's the work through the problems that make the marriage sweeter. But there must be a real dedication to the commitment. The commitment is the most important part of the marriage. That's why sometimes you see some marriage get rocky and some people come in and say, hey, I'm there with your man. I'm really. And the wife goes easy so. And the wife will say, hey, that man and me committed. So I get the right now, want to get the nice time. All of a sudden, the man come back.
Because the rope soon cut.
Rope cut. Man come back and the man say, hey, the other day, she my wife. So, listen, I know nowadays is not a time people celebrate marriage and everything because young people say, hey, I never do this already. But this is true little age I catch me, you know.
I never married because
No.
my friend married.
Yeah. No, Rodney, no. The age just start catch me. You know what you, but it just start catch me.
No, no,
So look how borrowed and I start. Yeah, but I find that I'm enjoying my life now because I'm in a solid partner who I think I'm going to be with for a very, very long time, and hopefully we can be each other's companion until.
It's about 13 years.
Yeah.
My parents are 52. God is
Ah!
my father's soul.
Jesus. Why your parents long suffering man 52 years old?
My viewers and subscribers, TikTok people.
Hey, me like this to the Shelly. You know me say, me like this to the. I must congratulate the bartender family. Listen, bartender is a phenomenal thing. And I don't want anybody to play down the success of bartender. In a real life. I say all the people that are the pretenders after that. But that's some things I want to learn. You see the pretenders after that
Praise God.
can go. Bartender is original. And listen, what you guys did, amazing. And what you continue to do, people have talked about it for years.
Thank you.
Go and do it, man.
Thank you. Tell the people what's up for 2024.
2024 is going to be a phenomenal year. Last year, I did some crazy things. I was on Just for Laughs Toronto last year. Now, if you know anything at all about stand-up comedy, you know that Just for Laughs is one of the biggest brands in the world when it comes to festivals. I got the opportunity to represent Jamaica and the Caribbean last year, Just for Laughs Toronto. I'm expecting bigger things for 2024. Of course, Johnny Live Comedy Bar continues. Make sure you follow the page, Johnny Live _Comedy Bar. Follow me. Oh, by the way, me almost at 50,000 on Instagram. People will not normally celebrate numbers, you know. But get me up to 50,000, man. I'm tired to say 49 times 6.
People, listen, alright, when Johnny finish tonight,
Right, man.
make sure you go over
Get me to
and
50,000.
make sure you turn 50 before
50.
we reach Christmas.
Yeah, before me at 50,
Bef-
get me to 50,000. Oh, my son.
Before 12 o'clock tonight, get him to 50.
Yeah, before 12 o'clock. Remember, it's at Chris Johnny Daily. Let me spell it to someone now. C H R I S. Johnny.
My producer
J- O H N N Y D A L E Y. Somebody spell it all kind of way, you know.
my producer actually put pin it.
You mean Caroline? Caroline? What's she there?
Canada.
Shanisha Canada.
I'm sorry for you, you know, you say that.
No, but what's surprise? What's surprise? What's surprise with that? Caroline, you know Rodney Campbell voice here. Rodney had that deep debonair voice there. Oh, you can mistake my voice or Rodney voice. My voice sound like steel wool, they're funny.
Oh.
Rodney had that voice there, say, lady.
I was the agent, you remember?
Your love is peaceful like the...
So,
You have the Barry White voice. Me have the Barry Black voice.
People, listen to me. Johnny's not going to move right now because he's going to give you a few jokes. And
No,
stuff. Now, the
more?
story, no, we want two more.
A rap,
Listen,
producer say rap up.
people,
Stam diggy diggy dam diggy dam diggy dam 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 diggy diggy dam dam dam. Stack it up diggy diggy dam diggy dam dam. Stam diggy diggy dam 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 diggy diggy dam dam dam.
that's why you do comedy.
That's why you do comedy.
That's why you do comedy.
That's why you go to make a photo
That's why you do
there.
comedy.
Here, but we don't have music. Let them go and see where it is.
People, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a wonderful night at Xpressionz JA's YouTube live on a Sunday night. People, I just want to say we're on the countdown to Christmas.
Camera woman, you just turn my camera by yourself. See there, are you look again? Oh, piece of the shoulder there.
I'm not listening.
Oh, the shoulder camera. I see piece of shoulder.
Listen,
Sure,
please
yeah,
do
we're
be
working.
safe on the road tonight. I know it's Grand Market night tonight.
Grand Market
Be
night?
safe, watch your pockets.
Which part you have? The grandma is there. Downtown?
The one with the 321.
Nobody know about downtown again. You don't know that. Downtown, not Islam. And the only place where they're market now.
No. Watch your pocket, watch your neck. Please don't take off the gold chain and all of these things, people. Just be safe out there on the road. Whether you walk, ride, or drive, be safe.
Amen.
All right?
Amen.
No, we're not saying Merry. I say
Right.
happy Christmas when it comes.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Whole heap of love and blessing for the Christmas.
Glasses,
Whole heap of food
Right.
and please take time.
how come?
Yeah, take time.
Brought to you by Jamaica Public Service. We see you with those lights on your house.
You know, listen.
How come?
On that note,
I think that people say things like possibly and I say yes, laugh.
Yeah, give them ideas. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. See you next week. No, we're not seeing them next week.
Yeah, man.
We're seeing them next week. We're live next week. People, we're partying next week. We're going live. Oh, sorry. We're going live. And we're going to bring in the new year together. Yeah? Loads of love and blessing coming from your first lady. Shelly Xpressionz, former Xpressionz. See you next week.